guys, welcome to part 2 of this Q&A. So we're moving on from the last question.
The questions were, what do you think the hardest part about doing keto is? Is buying a keto meter worth it, necessary, or anything like that? Addressing bowel habits, my favorite keto meals, and my least favorite. How do I handle keto on the holidays? And blah 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 blah.
If you want to see my answers to those questions, go ahead and click the previous video. Miss 2Hey0925. How long did it take you to lose weight with keto? Did you work out? I'm struggling and the scale isn't moving. There could be a lot of reasons why the scale isn't moving for you, girl, and don't make the scale like the #1 focus, because been there, done that. And if you want to, fine, go ahead. Weigh yourself every day. Don't have like crazy expectations because the scale fluctuates so much. Like I've had the scale fluctuate 8 pounds in one day. You know, take measurements. Definitely want to take measurements, maybe once a month, maybe weigh in every day if you want, who cares? But don't let it get to your head. Only make the weights count maybe once every 2 weeks or once every month, because it's going to be like this. And so when you weigh yourself, you don't want to let it deter you. You don't want it to sabotage your progress. For me, how long did it take me to lose weight? I lost about 100 pounds my first year. It took me just a little bit longer because the closer you get to goal weight, the harder it is to like lose those stubborn little pesky pounds. So I lost 110 and it took me about 1.5 years. You know, if you're on it, it could totally work. You can do it. If I would have done like really clean keto like I try to do now, I could just imagine my progress. But that's not my journey. My journey was starting out with very little guidance. I kind of YOLO'd it and figured it out. There's a lot of mistakes that I made over the last 3 years. Okay, so did I work out? I walked a little bit in the beginning. I don't recommend like jumping into a huge deficit and working out. If you want to work out, you have to make sure that you're calculating your macros to accommodate for that working out. You don't want to be like, I'm gonna put myself in a 30% deficit and work out like a beast. You're gonna be tired. You're not gonna be fueling your body properly. You're gonna be in such a huge deficit. You could probably start losing your hair like I did. If you're gonna work out, you need to make sure that you're eating enough calories. You know, get your protein in, make sure that you're getting your fat in. People say you don't have to get your fat in because you're gonna melt your body fat off. Well, yeah, eventually, but you have to adapt first, and it's not that easy. Make sure that you are getting enough fat and start out with like a 15% deficit. If you're working out, maybe just do maintenance calories and work out, or even like a little bit extra. If you're new to keto, try to get the diet down. Maybe go for some walks, maybe some incline on the treadmill or something like that. Lift some weights for like 30 minutes and make sure that your diet's on point, because that's, for me, the most important part. And if you're gaining muscle and you're like the scale's not moving, take your measurements, because you might be going in on the waist. Don't get discouraged. Just make sure that you're taking your measurements and check the scale, that's fine, but make sure that you're eating enough, because that's also very important. So Rita Teresa, hey girl, what's up? Will you have a meetup in California? We could totally do that. I'd be down, because it's really hard for me to get like to Texas and stuff. You know, we have lots of kids. I can't just go do anything really like that. So, and besides, I've never left my daughter, and I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. I could do that for a night and like have a meetup in Southern California. That'd be great. If you guys want to have a meetup in Southern California, we could do an event on my Facebook group. So, Rita, if you want to do a meetup, that would be super awesome. We could all do it. We can get together. We can do it somewhere, maybe like in a little banquet room or whatever. First of all, I've never been to a meetup. I'd love to go to meetups. Yeah, to be continued on that. That sounds fun. We could talk about it in the comments down below too. So Mama Panda 0727 says, why do you feel keto is the eating plan for you? Can you envision yourself following keto lifelong? Do you ever feel it's a struggle? Girl, I do. Looking forward to your response. I feel keto is the plan for me because I have been drawn to low carb my entire life, because it is the only thing that has ever helped me lose weight. So that's the reason why I started looking into the keto diet, because I searched low carb one day and I was like, oh, keto. What the hell is that? This is definitely the diet plan for me because it helps me control my binge eating. I feel healthy. So it's gonna be lifelong for me. I'm always gonna strive to stay on the keto diet. Everyone struggles, everyone has like ups and downs, but like this is my passion. I always thought like I had big hands for a reason. I'm like, I have to do something with my life because my hands are so big. Like I have to do something with my hands. Since I haven't figured that out yet, and since I'm so passionate about keto, I feel like this is definitely my journey, and to spread the keto word and to help other people through my videos or through Facebook or whatever, just to kind of live a keto life. Do I ever feel it's a struggle? I do when I go off plan, and I do feel like it's a struggle when I have that mental issue with carbs, and if I eat too many of them, like, you know, even if they're vegetables, I do get carb creep and I do get my cravings back. If you need to have something sweet at a party, bring yourself some chocolate dipped strawberries, keto friendly chocolate, or you can avoid it altogether and go for the fun, go for the festivities. Do your best to focus and see your goal, because you don't want to be like trying so hard every single day and then have a piece of pizza or whatever and then be like, oh, screw it, I already screwed up, I might as well just give up now. Don't be that girl, don't be that guy anymore, because you can do this. Just every single time something's in front of your face, don't even take a bite. Who cares? It's food. Like, I tell you this because I have to tell myself this too. You don't have to be mental about it. Just eat something that's going to make you feel good, and do your 100% best to try to avoid the things that are going to make you feel like crap, depressed, you know, have anxiety about like what you did. There is a struggle, and the struggle can be different for everybody, and you just have to do what's best for you and figure out your path and make it work. Keto Mom, our journey says, when you started lifting, did you have a weight gain? I recently added weightlifting 3 times a week and my weight has gone up. No change in hitting macros. First of all, if you're going to incorporate exercise, you need to adjust your macros to increase your calories, because, you know, you're going to be having more of an energy expenditure, and, you know, especially if you're working out and pumping those muscles, you're probably going to want to increase your protein a little bit too. When you do input that into a keto calculator and you put in that you're like lifting, it's going to give you more protein anyway. Usually it'll give you a little bit more. Some calculators not so much, but when I started lifting, I didn't adjust my macros and I was ravenous and I was snacking on almonds and cream cheese like way too much. Like, I really should have weighed it out. So I was always hungry. I ended up eating too many carbs, like, you know, the carb creep got me, and that was like really the beginning of my end, like not my end, but my downward spiral to gaining weight. Also, when you're lifting and you're exercising and you're building muscle, things are going to change. Your body composition is going to change. So you're going to want to take your measurements. Number one, do not go off the scale when you're lifting and doing keto and working out and like a lot of muscle building, weight training and stuff like that. Measurements are going to be your friend. The scale is not going to be your friend. Lecethio, I am so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Did you ever have a keto rash? If so, how did you fix it? I've never experienced keto rash, and from my understanding, keto rash is a candida die-off. It's like a bacterial thing, I believe, in your body, and when you do keto, it kills the candida, and so it comes out of your body. So it will pass. I've heard of it, people taking 3, 4, 5 weeks for it to pass, but keto on, it will go away. This is from things that I've heard from like so many different people. But if you want to check it out, look it up. Keto rash, candida die-off. And if you want to look in my group, you can use the search bar on top, because I did this as well. And you just look up candida or keto rash, and there's gonna be so much information for you guys. Robertson, 1970. How do you stay motivated? How do you deal with still being hungry, even when you're following macros? Thanks. Sorella Indulgences says, I second Robertson 1970 question. Still feeling so hungry. How do I stay motivated? Is, you know, looking at the scale, looking in the mirror, and since I've gained my 30 pounds, you know, I shouldn't have let it go that long. And I did lose motivation because I was so busy. The kids started school and I just feel like, oh my gosh, I have no time for anything. When I was doing my weigh-ins and most of my weight loss in the beginning, were other areas of my life that suffered. Like, I was always on my phone. I was always, you know, calculating macros, and Ryan did point it out that, hey, I'm here, and I'm just like, okay, well, you gotta find balance. And 3 years later, I'm still trying to find balance, but I stay motivated by, you know, all you guys, especially my entire journey. Like, I felt like so dedicated. I have to get my Monday weigh-in up, no matter what. I'm like, I have to weigh in and show the world, you know, the world. I have to weigh in and show the world, like, how much I weigh. I don't want to look like a failure. That's really, like, what motivated me, was you guys watching my videos, you know? So, thanks so much. You guys helped me lose 110 pounds. Even though I did gain some back, I feel like my journey's not over yet. I'm still motivated because of you guys, and I'm still motivated because I see all these transformations in my group, and I'm like, damn, these people are doing so amazing. There's so much inspiration on YouTube, there's so much inspiration on Instagram, Facebook, and you just have to want that for yourself. You can do it because I did it, and you can't rely on just the support from your family, because I have junk food everywhere. We have 4 kids that aren't keto, and Ryan's definitely not keto. He does sometimes when he's feeling like crap because it makes him feel better. Yeah, find motivation wherever you can. Okay, so when you're calculating your macros, make sure that you are as accurate as possible. If you need to, go ahead and get your body fat percentage. You can use calipers, body fat calipers. You want to make sure to be as accurate as possible when you are calculating your macros. I do have a video for that. I'll link it down below. You're going to want to calculate your macros, and if you're hungry and you're working out, you need to eat because it's your body telling you, hey, I'm super hungry. But when you're eating, just stick with something super low carb or zero carb, and it'll satiate you, and then you can move on. And some days, like if you're in a deficit all the time, it's really good for you to actually have a higher calorie day to like reset, not a carb up, but a higher calorie day, like maybe a little bit extra protein if you feel like it, and some more fat. So if you're hungry, eat. Don't eat like a bowl of pasta or anything like that. Have a little bit more protein and fat. You'll be fine. Alright, so Nurse Mo84 says, how did keto affect your milk supply when you were nursing your daughter? Was 20 carbs too low? I've never had an issue with carbs and, you know, breastfeeding. The only time that I ever saw a dip in my milk supply was when I wasn't eating enough calories. When I was doing like 1,400 calories when I should have been doing like 1,800. Especially breastfeeding, you can have extra calories. That's one bonus of breastfeeding when you're doing keto is you get extra calories. So you don't need extra carbs though. And that's from my personal experience. I was doing like 14 net carbs, 11 net carbs, and I was thriving. So just make sure that you're staying hydrated, getting your electrolytes in, because when fluid leaves your body and it's rotating, you pee and, you know, breast milk and stuff like that, you're going to want to replenish those electrolytes. And also you're going to want to make sure that you're staying hydrated, and yeah, just eat enough. If you see a dip in your milk supply, which I did a couple times when I was having my really low calorie days, and they were too consistent, I just be like, oh my gosh, and I would just go grub and like chug a lot of water, lick on some salt and that sort of stuff. So those are my tips. Photogenic, how do you get beyond a plateau? I've tried no nuts, no dairy, even cutting out avocado. I work out as well. Maybe I need a cheat day. I don't think you need a cheat day because, you know, that'll just give you inflammation, then you can lose the inflammation. So I would highly recommend recalculating your macros, make sure you're eating enough, especially if you're working out. Your plateau might not be a plateau, it might be recomposition of your body, you know, losing fat and gaining muscle. So take your measurements. You can totally ditch the dairy and see if that helps, because I know it helped me lose the last of my weight when I initially lost all my weight and got below my my goal weight. It was when I was dairy free. So give that a try. You know, just calculate your macros into a 15% deficit, but make sure that you can even do 20% if you want. And then if you feel like nothing's happening, just have a higher calorie day to reset your metabolism and then kind of start all over. Daniela does keto. Hey girl.
Hi Michelle, I have lots of questions. Actually, sorry in advance. Was it hard for you to get back on keto after having a daughter? Did you ever deal with postpartum depression after your pregnancy?
What advice do you have for stay-at-home moms who are trying to lose weight while taking care of their home and kids? Girl, that's part of my struggle. And Monica says, these are the questions I was thinking to ask too. Thank you. I didn't start keto until after my daughter was born. She was about 2 months, and I had tried doing other things because I was like worried about my milk supply. So I was like, oh, maybe I need to eat oatmeal in the morning. But then I found myself being hungry, so I'd eat breakfast and then I'd eat breakfast again. When I was pregnant AF, like 80 pounds, I was like, I need to get weight loss surgery. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. But thank God for keto, because I didn't have to get weight loss surgery, you know? No shade to anybody that goes the weight loss surgery route. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh my God, my battery's gonna... Okay, we're back. Did you ever deal with postpartum depression after your pregnancy? I've been a high anxiety person and like a depressed person since I can remember. Like it kind of just comes and goes. I would say after I lost my first son, Ashton, I've had postpartum depression since then. I don't really know if it's postpartum depression. I've been through a lot with my pregnancies. Like my first son was 3 weeks old when he passed away because he was born at 26 weeks. That was in 2011. And then in 2013, I was pregnant with my son Nova, which is Aurora's older brother. Older, I guess. You know, I had some health issues that I wasn't even aware about. I had protein C deficiency, which caused me to basically have a full placenta abruption at 23 weeks. And he was stillborn and I almost died. So I don't really talk about that kind of stuff. I probably mentioned it in one other video, but that was really hard. And so his birthday was a couple days ago. He would be 5 now. So I would say that after Aurora, I was so happy that she was even alive and that I had her to hold in my arms. Like, my life is complete. Anything that happened, like, I'm gonna cry. Anything that happens to me, like, from here on out, like, it's fine. Like, I could care less. It doesn't even matter because I have, like, unless something happens to her, then postpartum depression, like, after her, like, I feel, like, so happy and blessed that she's even here with me, that I can't, like, I am depressed. I do have depression. I have anxiety, like, super bad. But when I get sad and have my moments, I kind of try to remind myself, like, come on girl, like you've got it made. You've got a big family, like one of them might be yours, but I love my stepkids. Like some of you probably don't even think that they're not mine. Like those 3 boys that you see running around, like sometimes in my videos, like those are Ryan's and Vanity's kids, but Aurora's my only biological child that's on this planet. What advice do I have for a stay-at-home mom who's trying to lose weight while taking care of the home and kids? You know what? Nothing's gonna be perfect. My house is always a mess. I have a dog. I live right by the freeway. There's always dust. Like I don't have a dishwasher, and there's 6 people living here. So you kind of got to be like, all right, nothing's gonna be perfect. Not everything is gonna be perfect, but what you have to do is take care of yourself, because you gotta be like, oh, I'm making corn dogs for the kids. I'm just gonna eat a corn dog because it's convenient. If you're gonna eat that corn dog, rip off the outside. You know, it's possible to take care of the house to the best of your ability. If you're stay-home mom, stay-home dad, whatever, you're a super person. Don't forget that, you know, you have to take care of yourself too. When we're a mom or a dad and we're a stay-at-home parent, put ourselves up there with everybody else too, because, you know, I've lost myself a few times over my lifetime. I'm like, who am I? I look in the mirror, I'm like, who are you? You don't look like yourself. You don't act like yourself. Get your together, you know what I mean? The house isn't gonna be perfect. You might have a pile of laundry, or like a couple piles of laundry. Number 1, just fuel your body right, because then you're gonna have more energy to handle and tackle all those tasks
that are every day and all day, every day.
I'm still trying to organize my life. I journal and stuff like that. I try to make agendas. I try to write down things that I need to remember, because I feel like my memory's gonna go. So if you struggle with getting your stuff together, just kind of make a list and just check things off. Go, go, go. Try not to sit around and watch TV. Like I like to indulge in watching TV. Well, I don't have regular TV, but like YouTube and Netflix and stuff like that. First and foremost, just know that it's not all going to be perfect all the time, and your significant other or whoever has to realize that too, because when you go and make a change in your life and you say, I'm going to do keto and I'm going to stick to this, that's got to be a priority. And sometimes the dishes aren't going to be like totally done. You have to cook yourself dinner. You got to, you know, meal prep or whatever, but that's another reason why it's really important to keep it as simple as possible. Villain Michelle breakouts. I've never had adult acne until now on keto. I drink lots of water and cooled it on the dairy already. Anything else to make it go away? You might be stressed out. I ate tons of cheese last week and I was like, oh my, I need to give this dairy because it's this sucker right here. It's like always right here for some reason, but I get like hair growth and I get breakouts right here. Like I said, I have anxiety. I'm a high stress ball. I eat dairy, and when I removed the dairy completely, I still got breakouts sometimes. So, you know, it might not be the dairy. When your body heals, it does release things. So if you're just starting keto, maybe it's just like the release of toxins and it's coming out your face, or it could be like your skincare routine. Maybe it's like a lotion or astringent or like some sort of face cream or mask that you're using that your face doesn't like. If that's, you know, you gotta kind of see like what you've changed. Release of toxins coming out in your face, or hormones. Maybe you're stressed out about sticking to keto and about tracking and that sort of things. I would say eliminate dairy completely. Try to relax as much as possible. Make sure that you're wiping off all your makeup and like cleaning your skin very nice. Not using hot water, because hot water is like not good for your skin, especially if you have dry skin. So that's really all the recommendations I have for adult acne. Like I've had acne like my whole life, but I also didn't take care of my skin very well my whole life. I thought that scalding my face with hot water was the way to go to like get all the oils out and not moisturize. So you have to moisturize your skin, because otherwise your skin's going to produce oils and then it could break you out. And look through like the ingredients on your, you know, stuff that you're putting on your face, because you might be having a reaction to something like that as well. I really hope you guys like this video. So if you guys like these kind of videos, like just go ahead and throw down your suggestions in the comments below, or, you know, hit me up in DM on Instagram. Once you find yourself and you start seeing yourself again, you know, behind, like when you're melting off the layers of fat or layers of depression, all those layers that are covering up who we are, like that's the motivation that you're gonna need and that you're gonna get from sticking to the keto diet. And nobody pays me to say this stuff. I only say it because I changed my life and I found myself, like, I'm getting emotional, and I really want like everyone that was in my position to get to the point where they're like, oh my god, like I feel like myself, I feel happy. And I just love you guys so much. Thanks for watching this video, and if you watched the other one, thanks for watching that one too. If you want to support my channel, give me a thumbs up, a like, a share. To help me become more relevant in the YouTube world.
In the comment section.
In the comment section. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Bye guys.